every one of us, like some people, everyone wants to be the one guy who is up high, and then everyone says, "Oh my God, he's up there." And
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say, which means even if Skepta he brought him to the stage and took him and introduced him to here, there, and everywhere. Even if Skepta was connected and he turned around and he offered a deal, or even if Stormzy signed a deal, by the time everybody's heard Stormzy's name ringing, the system still would have come in. They would have had a meeting with Stormzy and they would have flipped him out of the deal with Skepta and they would have flipped him into the deal with them.
Yeah, of
Anyway,
course.
yeah, like no matter what, which means we can't trust each other anyway, sometimes, like, because one person wants to get to the bag. And if a system comes and says, what did you do over there? What deal are you in? Oh no, man, I just done a little thing with my man, like da da da. Yeah, but is it for how long is it? Da 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 da. They could always talk
Yeah, always talk
someone.
you out.
Oh, brother,
Even if they
man.
can't talk you out, even if they can't talk you out the deal, they'll talk you out your management and then try and get into your deal some next way and rare. They're
And
getting.
they will get in, and this is what I've noticed. Even if we was doing it properly and we came across a star or we tried to thingy, once the person has a conversation in an office with someone else, the person who, if the person's powerful enough, like the label or the lawyer is still a shithead, and the lawyer will come. And like, for instance, if I signed Dizzee Rascal, yeah, when I met him, yeah, like I should have, like
Yeah.
Birdman, Lil Wayne, if I signed Dizzee Rascal, yeah, no matter what happened, as time went by, when he didn't like me anymore, a lawyer would have come. They would have spun him out of whatever me and him had going on, and they would have took him away, and I wouldn't have seen a penny more from him.
So you know
That's
what
what
we
it.
need to do then? Do you know what we need to do then? We
Go on.
just need to know. Just need to know that from the jump and just look at it like you see, like for example, when you get with a gal, you don't get with a gal and think you're necessarily going to be with her forever. You just get with her while you get where you're with her, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is when it. You know what I'm saying to you? And that's just kind of how we have to deal with it then, brother. Because I think the problem is this that we look for men to stay forever when
Yeah, they're
really and
not going to
truly
stay forever. Yeah, they're not going to
they're
stay
not going to
forever.
stay forever because, and the reason why they're not going to stay forever is because I feel like it don't matter how confident man will make themselves look in front of you. Yeah, I still feel like a lot of the time man feel like they struck luck. So that's why you see man make a desperate step somewhere along the time along the line because they don't feel like they're certified in their position. They feel like it's luck. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Because it ain't standard procedure. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You'll know 100 man who's trying to do the same thing as you, and you might be the only one who's getting somewhere with it. So it's hard for man to sit down and feel like, it's just because I'm special. Because you might rate the next man next to you. You see what I'm trying to say? So when these people start coming, trying to talk, we can secure you and all these, you know what I mean? Then people's lack of faith in themselves is where they're going to turn and make that step. But that's something that we can't really control. All we
We
can
can't
do is just,
control it. We can't. But you know, in America, yeah, do
mm,
you think that Lil Wayne can leave Birdman? He can't. In America, they will kill you if you try. So, you get what I'm saying? I would obviously in England, we're not gonna. It's not. I don't want to kill no one because they don't want to be with this label anymore. Or they don't. I would never do that. But it's like if you're not live and die about your business, it's always going to come loose when someone comes dangling carrots. And the carrot danglers, they are always going to be there in England. They control the situation. And so that's why sometimes when I think about Grime, and I remember how it ran before any carrot danglers come, it was better that way, not just because for me, forget me, for anyone who else was selling music, but it's when you've got something like Grime, it's hard for me to say keep it away from them, but then people who do money,
this is
it's like a double-edged sword. It's like
This is the
what?
thing because
It,
this is the
yeah,
thing because there's legends in the UK scene, yeah, like just for like being man and you spat over rhythms, you know what I mean? Even if they ain't had the success and shit, and it's hard for a man for anybody to accept I'm gonna make less when they see people coming in new and making all of this now, and they know that I might walk into a room and still be somebody in it. So the potential for me to be able to go and get what these people has got is there in it. So to make people for people to hold themselves not hold themselves back but for them to almost say all right cool, you know what, I'm going to walk this slower path and I'm gonna be able to make it work for myself. As I say to you, a lot of that just comes down to faith, and I don't think people have got the faith because
They
they ain't got the
haven't.
knowledge. They
They
ain't got the
haven't got the
knowledge.
faith. They haven't.
But the thing is this is the thing. It's just like, for example, like it's just like the roads. If you're my brethren, yeah, and I got a plug, I can decide whether I want to make you work for me or I can bust you and say to you, yo, hear what, this is my man as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So you
Yeah,
can go
yeah,
and do
yeah.
what I'm doing. And that is really and truly like, it's business. It's like, if you want to grow
Business.
Grime, man has to sometimes do it from a love angle, but to make peas, man have to do it from a business angle. So it's each thing contradict each other. You know what I'm trying to say? For the scene to grow, you have to knowledge up everybody with every link. So you have to say, go to this person here, he'll play your shit there, do this, da, 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 da. But then you're giving yourself competition and rare, and certain people are looking at it in different ways, innit? Like they ain't gonna want to do that. So it's one of them things there. But I'm confident that if people knew, like say for example, these youths know how to get into a set, so they're all in the sets. You know what I mean? If you tell them how to get streams, they're gonna get the streams, innit? If you tell them how to get some P's, how to get a booking, how to get a booking agent, they're gonna do it, innit? And then the record labels ain't gonna be able to come and chat to them as much because they ain't gonna need them to. You know what I'm trying to say? Car. It's just that.
You, everyone's got a price in the whole wide world. Actually,
Everyone's got a
everyone's
price.
got a
Everyone's got a
price.
price.
Everyone's
But
got
the
a
price,
price.
but the price raises up when you can get some money yourself. When you can't get no money yourself and you want to do this thing, but you don't know how to make a fiver yourself, then your price is low. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't get up there to get a price unless you've got the numbers. The thing is, they don't help you to become you. You have to do
No,
that. And when you
of
do
course,
that, that's when they come running. Then they
of
come
course.
running, you know. I'm trying to say, so it is. It's just a double-edged sword, man. Like I believe that Stormzy could have done whatever he's doing anyway. They needed him. This is the first time they would have needed him rather than we would have needed them. You get me? He still would have made millions. He still would have been done all the shows because he was doing it before. He was actually killing it before he signed the paper, I think.
Mm.
So he
Yeah,
he didn't need them. The same with like no, yeah, he that's the first person in England that I saw come along and they might not have needed anybody. They would have needed someone like publicists or marketing promo, but they might not have ever needed to sign a record deal.
yeah. He could have facilitated it himself, and this is what I'm saying to you. Like with his little mobilization, if he had, he could have gone to any label services, paid a couple bags himself, and got the job done in it, really and truly. You know what I'm saying? But then it comes down to, as I say to you, it's that faith. Am I here because of luck? Did I strike lucky? I think that guy can spit better than me. I ain't gonna tell nobody, but I think that guy's better than me, and he ain't getting no play. Am I here because of luck? These lot offering me 100 bags. Maybe I should just take it now. You see what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Everyone's different as well. Like every people's got different circumstances. So, but my thing is never like I don't want no one to have money. I want everyone to have all the money you want. And I'll be honest. In England, if you want the money, there is obvious angles and roads you can take. If you want the
Mm,
integrity, there's other roads you can take. If you want people to say, "Oh, my man's hard," but then you check your pocket, you ain't got no peas. That's also an avenue. No one really wants to go down there, but
yeah, trust me.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I understand. I understand.
Yeah, man. I think like the man. I think the peas is the only reason why we lose the youths, them man, though, because they're just scared that when they make their first little piece of peas, they don't know if they can do it themselves. And these people are assuring you that you can't, and they can do it for you, innit? So I think the people who have got the know-how of how to like sustain their career, if they care, it's like really that's what it comes down to. If they care more than flipping, more than even making man spit, man needs to sit down and show man, all right, what have you got? All right, cool. Let me show you how to fucking bag it up and trap it. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
This is the truth. This is the truth. This is what's not really happening. Like man. In fact, man try, but it's that thing of like, like even last year, like I was trying to do exactly what we are saying, like by meeting people, connect them with this one and that one, introduce them to this one. I was trying actually to do that last
Yeah,
year, and what I realized is it was maybe a wrong time for me because I was being blocked. So
yeah,
I was
yeah,
being
yeah,
blocked. So maybe I was the wrong person because even if I tried to do it, anything exciting or when it gets good, they're just gonna shut it down. So
yeah,
I'm the wrong guy. Maybe I could have told them, but not so openly, not on Instagram or not on You know what I mean? I could have helped from behind the scenes. That might have worked
Yeah,
better than me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like me, Wiley recordings, da 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 da. Like I knew they were not really gonna let me slide. So even if I meet somebody, the person is not really going to believe in me once they meet the next person, because the next person will say, fuck Wiley, Wiley, he's bad for business, or Wiley, whatever the
or he
story
can't
would have
walk,
been.
or look at this door. I can walk you through that he can't go through no more, or whatever. Like,
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. And like, I took chances last year with people who the system would not have anyway, but then they saw
yeah,
me take the chance, and then next thing, I see some of the people in different outlets and da 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 da. But before I worked with one or two, that system wouldn't have looked in some of their direction as well. So they also do it to spite you, to make
yeah,
themselves look
yeah, yeah.
good and to make themselves look bad. And I think in England, they're never going to really want me to look good again, because I won't let them control me. And also, I've said stuff where that is the system. So,
Yeah.
if you diss the Babylon system, they're not really going to smile with you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see how I look at it then is this, yeah. As long as Grime is successful, yeah, then like a big part of your job is done, innit? Because really and truly, if they put you as the ambassador for Grime and they ban out, they want to ban out the whole thing, innit? You see what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah,
If they can duck us the whole thing with you, they will, innit? So man just needs to flipping mobilize and strengthen up the ones who are not attacked with that. You see what I'm trying to say to you, so that they
yeah,
can still carry the thing, and then when the
yeah,
thing gets carried, where this thing comes from, and it comes back full circle. Because do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only way through. Because otherwise, they could make it look rubbed, and the
They
next
can.
due to it ain't the cool fit. And even if it ain't, even if we know, put it this way, I know so much sick producers, so much sick DJs, so much sick artists, yeah. But I have to show them to everybody I'm around, because they would never, ever, ever find them if I never showed them to them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You get me? They would never find them. Even me, I'm a person where I was doing Grime from before it was Grime, from garage days.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I've been spitting the same was. Most of my bars are from fucking '06, '05 now. You know what I'm trying to say? I've been spitting for time. But I never knew what was going on in the scene. I never knew there was open sets. I never knew this. I never knew about this MC. I never knew about that MC. I was just seeing who I was seeing. And it was looking like once a year, I was seeing one or two guys, and it was like, yeah, stream's all right. And do you know what I'm trying to say to you? It looked like the thing was slowing down. And I'm like basically not too far away from me being able to know what's going on, but it looked like the thing was slowing down. We just need to empower the youth them so that they can make the team look cool. Because now, me, I look at it like this. I can't make the team look cool. I'm too old. I can't be the new cool guy. You get me? I can be a sick participant, but I can't be the new young hype kid and
No,
bring the
no, we're not
youth into
20.
this. And
We can't be
yeah,
20
yeah,
again. We can't
yeah,
be
yeah,
20
yeah,
again.
yeah. Man can't do that. Man can make the youth. Man can make the youngers know how to do it though, and then the thing can be sustained and it can grow. And then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, the kid's got a choice of what it wants to do today anyway. Like, it might want to do whatever it sees. The truth is, every black kid is going to want to do what it can see making money. That's the truth. That's the first, because I'm just being honest.
And this is
Like,
what I'm saying to you. And you can't tell them don't do it if you can't show them the money in another way.
no, you can't. You can't. You can't. Also,
So
though, they're
we,
going to moan when they turn around. Like, I've seen black kids go through the door and they're moaning, walking out in the next 7 months also. So
yeah,
that's their
of
chance
course.
to learn, isn't it? That's their
Of,
chance to learn and
yeah,
make
because the thing is
mistakes.
this,
And
with this view life, yeah, with this view life, you'll be famous before you get peas. It's not like back in the day. Like now, you can get famous. It don't mean you're gonna have no money. But they want the views initially, innit? You know what I'm trying to say to you? So, and it ain't hard to do. If you know where to spend the money, you know who to talk to get your shit put on that playlist and this, that, and whatever. And it's just the people with the know-how just need to spread it. You get me? I'm not saying they need to. I'm not saying man need to go on the timeline and tell everybody how to do it,
no,
because then
true, true.
they'll just flip it up. But when you see somebody who's got the potential, but they just need to be realigned to go in the right path, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah,
It's about taking them and saying, yo, listen, go talk to flipping John over there about your flipping streaming, and go talk to Sue over there about your book. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
yeah, yeah.
And then afterwards, next to you two, you start seeing more successful grand youths coming through. Then You know what I'm saying?
We're dealing with a Deliveroo generation who want to get everything ordered to the yard as well. We're dealing with people who, like,
Yeah,
even
trust
like,
me.
we're dealing with, even my kids, like my daughter, like, they always used to order from River Island, or they always, so we're dealing with a generation wasn't outside as much as we were, like
This
playing
is the
out.
thing. I
So
tell people every day, I say to people every day, what people keep on missing in this grime thing is that they're looking for somebody to do something for them when the thing come because people couldn't get nobody to do nothing for them. Everybody who people really look up to as legends in this thing have been a pioneer of some sort of platform, put on some sort of site. You can't, it's not really just to sit down and wait for man to bring me in fucking situation. Like that, like when man them do that, man them give away all their cards. There was a whole infrastructure here already. Man didn't actually need nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? All the way from selling to performing, the infrastructure was there. But it's people started waiting for people to do things for man. Like, oh, can I get a bringing? And then after that, that's when man them can start turning into fucking businessman and doing dirty business and doing whatever, different agendas, innit? So really, you just have to build that DIY thing back, man. Have to just
that's what I'm
make.
saying. But you see, when you build the DIY thing back, guess who's watching? Like,
Of course, they're always gonna be watching.
and this is it is Joe Fire. It's double-edged sword. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because last year, people come to me and said, people are watching you in that igloo. They're watching what you're
Mm,
doing. The same people who hate my guts, who work in the
mm-hmm.
buildings, they're watching you. They're doing this. If it got too big, they shut the account down. If it got too many followers, they shut the account down. And all I was trying to do is do exactly what we're saying, like build back the DIY so people could do their thing. But the same shit is always going to happen. They're going to wait. I build up someone, or I build not somebody. We all build up a vibe and it's DIY, and then someone's popping, and then someone from the label sees. Next thing, they'll be gone. And
So
I,
maybe we should change the mentality of how we're bringing them up then. So when you bring them up, why don't we just bring them up to bring them up to get them there then instead? Because if you know they're gonna go there ultimately anyway, why don't we just
yeah,
make
you're
it
not gonna help
beneficial?
them exactly. Like I wouldn't waste. The thing is, we are the older people, so we should be the businessmen or become the businessmen.
Mm.
But that system is always gonna try to break down anything we try to, not you necessarily, but it's always going to try.
No, I know, I
And
know, no, trust me. It's us.
it's
Anything that comes
yeah,
from people that's not from already in there, then that's why it's like man have to kind of look at it like if we know they're coming,
we
then
need to do the business straight away. In
do the
fact,
business straight away.
we need to do the business straight away. You know why? Because I can't help you for free. Not you necessarily. I can't help
Yeah.
anyone for free. I can't take you round, let you meet everyone, introduce you to boom boom boom, let you meet all the producers, all the blah blah, and then I walk off, and then I get 0%, and then I can't do that anymore. I did it for 20 odd years. I took no money from no one, like, and I can't do it anymore. Like, if you want to be a businessman, I feel like don't even come near us unless you know that we are the engine,
So this
because
is what I'm saying to you. This is what I mean. So it's like it's one of them
yeah.
things where it has to be like, yeah, you have to think to yourself, all right, cool. Do I want to get back for what I'm doing, like personally, or do I want to just, or do I want to stabilize grime as a thing? Because stabilizing grime as a thing might take bare mercenary work. Like as you said, it's just doing things that you ain't getting nothing back for. It's stabilizing this youth so he can look important. And he's gonna run off, and I ain't gonna get nothing for it. But then we got another popping grime artist in. It makes the genre look strong. Or I have to look after myself, and I want 10% of everything that comes from the first two, or whatever, however you might, you know what I'm trying to say to you, like,
I think so,
it's,
because if I meet a kid tomorrow and he's sick and he says, Wiley man, I want you to help me, and I wasn't blocked or anything, and he's like, Wiley man, I want you to help me, I want to da da da, and he's showing me, and he's prosperous he's good at grime, or he's good at battle, or he's good at something. Immediately I should be saying, you know what, my brother, I can help you, but if you want my help, you're gonna have to sign this, and or like I need to be ready to, not just for nothing, not for no money. I think we need to get in positions of power where we can offer them something before we help them, because we can't help people for free. Them days are over, and they have to be over. Otherwise, grime is just going to be that thing that the major labels use, just a culture thing that they use to get the cancel estate boy popping or wherever he comes from, and then
Get
as
him
soon as
stage
he's
ready.
yeah,
Get him
and then
stage ready and all that.
yeah,
And then
and then as soon as he's ready and the numbers start thinking, they come in, swoop, boom, boom, and then we're standing there looking at different directions, talking about well, go on and how
so
come
this is
I
what I'm
did it.
saying to you, because
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying to you. Like, so this is, we know the industry's there, innit? And we know what they're gonna do. We know anything that's popping, they want to in on it. And now they're not signing nobody and making no talent. So your ship's got to be sailing before they come. We know already how they operate. So it's
yeah,
literally like for man to be able to don't feel away and be able to put full passion into helping people. Yeah, man needs to be able to get. You know what I mean? You need to make sure that you can leave the situation on the right side of it. Like. You know,
I,
or you got to change your mind thinking completely and just say, you know what, I don't care. I'm not trying to get a thing out of this because I can go and get my thing over there. I'm just gonna help all these youth them so they can run around and make grime look important. It's one of the
I,
two. Can't
yeah,
really meet in the middle.
we can't meet in the middle, but we can't. Listen, we can't help no one for free because all that's going to
That's
happen
what it is.
is, yeah, we can't. I can't. Everyone else, you can do what you want, but the truth is, unless I'm working with you or people who's my age and we're working with each other, if we're the older people in the genre and there's new kids coming into it and they want to be who they can see or they want to spit bars, whatever they want to do, that can't be for free anymore
Yeah,
because
because if you secure yourself in your situation, then anything that happens afterwards is prosperous for everybody. Everybody's happy.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
trying to say?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
artist is going to be happy if they take a good deal. You're going to be happy because you know what I'm saying? You've gone and done what you needed to do. You push this person forward to where they be. The industry's got there somewhere to make their peas up. Everyone's happy. You know what I'm
yeah,
trying to say to you?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
if they just come and be teeth and food, it's like if you're making food, you cook dinner and then I come and take the plate. You come for your plate, the plate's gone. You're going to be vexing it. I cooked the whole fucking food. What's going on?
yeah,
You
exactly,
know what I'm trying to say?
exactly.
But if you know you're going to sell me the plate, then and I come and buy the plate, you're happy in it. It's mine.
Yeah, yeah. We need to do business because I think that someone like Drake, he would have been doing his thing, and then a Jay Prince would have noticed the talent. Then a Jay Prince would have signed him or bought into him, and then he would have been doing his thing. Then they would have showed him to Cash
Finder's fee,
Money,
innit?
yeah, like Cash Money, and then Cash Money would have come in and said, like, the business is much bigger in America. So when Drake gets paid, so does Jay Prince, so does Birdman, so does Little Wayne, so does Dada, and so does Drake.
So
I feel
everybody can
like,
be happy. Nobody has
yeah,
to
I
walk
feel
away
like
feeling like they got robbed.
exactly. That's it. Needs to be like that. You get me? I think is the good way that Graham could move forward business wise, and even for DJs if they want to do compilations or whatever they want to do mixtapes or they want to do battle rap sessions, Fumes the engineer, whatever they want to do, that should be set up for them, and for producers that should be set up for them too. Like when you see my man, a top producer, like there needs to be more outlets, and we need to be seeing eye to eye, knowing that we want this to now be a business. Because for 22 years, it's just been, oh yeah, don't worry,
A
like
link up.
yeah, it's just been don't worry, like for instance, yeah, Flirta D
My
is
brother,
sick.
big up Fleur.
He's yeah, Flirta's cold, yeah, and in his career, I can remember when he. What did they do? They had that song in it, Hype Hype
High
Usher, yeah?
pipe, yeah, yeah.
Right. So they did Hype Hype Usher, they did it with Sticky. Obviously, Sticky was the producer, he led it, they featured, or it was their song, whichever way around, yeah. But that was grime in the music business, if you like, or it was
I know,
garage.
and I can tell you about that as well because
Tell
basically
me.
my old crew, there was a guy called Wonder Kid, yeah, who was in my old crew now. He was the other guy who was on Hype Hype. The guy who was in the video who didn't spit, but he had his own car,
Okay.
and it was all logistics because basically there was a thing called Bionic Beats. That man that was working with Bionic Beats over on these sides. He used to run Raw FM over these sides. So obviously they done the thing with Sticky. They caught the deal with Ministry, but Ministry was trying to get my man to come in their crew. You feel me? So he wouldn't come in the crew. But where he was on the tune, and they done all the promo up to it, everything to get the tune signed, he was on that version of the tune. They still had to kick him in with the P's and all them thing there. This is why my man was on the video. He had his own whip, but he wasn't spitting on the tune because they said no, it's a conflict because he's in a different crew. If you don't join the rear, and all of that. You get me? So from
Understand.
time the industry was trying to do like moving shapes and trying to reshape people's crews and all that. They've been involving themselves in that shit from time. They was trying. They literally like they it caused problems even in that crew. That
Yeah,
tune.
you see what I'm saying? They always cause problems in the ting. Not always,
You get
but
me?
sometimes. You get me? So I understand. Like, and that was
But the
raw. Was
thing
that
is,
Raw
this
Mission? Was that Raw
Raw
Mission?
Mission. That was before Raw Mission. That was Raw days. Before it turned to Raw Mission. You get me? It was just Raw FM 900 them days there. But you see
Understand?
what? But this is the thing. This is the thing. It's literally because when people are hungry, yeah, then
Yeah, they'll bite your
it's
hand off.
easy. It's this is what I'm trying to say to you. So in people's early years of the career, this is another thing why I think so many youths leave grime because I see it happen now. Yeah, man, them come into the thing, they get a big booking, they might do a sidewinder, however 500 people, 1,000 people, however many people, they might do 10, 15 of these shows now. Yeah, and then afterwards they do a hip hop tune, they get a booking, 150 people and get paid 2 bags, and then they think to themselves, what's going on? So hold up a second, I got robbed 15 times.
Yeah, they feel that way. They feel that
I
way.
got
Or
robbed 15 times. I've been on a flyer, headlining a flyer in a 1,000 capacity dance, and man give me fucking house beer. Man
yeah,
didn't
that's
even pay
dead.
for my travel. This is
That's
what's
dead.
happening most of the time. Just what I'm trying to say to you. So when these
What in a
youths see,
grime rave? In a grime rave?
in grime scene, period, bro. Most men are not getting paid no peas. Most men are not getting literally. They have man them on the same set, and this man's getting paid, and that man's not getting paid. And it's literally like it's a who knows gets situation, innit? So
Yeah, yeah.
because of that, when the youth them find out that hold up a second, man, am I getting paid fucking 2 racks to go and fucking spit in front of 200 people in fucking a little fucking sit down situation?
Yeah, yeah.
I've been getting robbed. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? And in them
I
early
think it.
days, them man,
Yeah,
they
go on,
was happy
go
for
on.
£100, £50.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what I'm
I,
trying to say to you. It's just showing man how to make a little change so that they know how to fucking they have a little bit more leverage in themselves when people come up to them offering them shit. But
I
people
think
like me and
grime.
you are older.
Yeah, we're older. We're older. I think
We're
grime
living
is a.
anyway.
Everyone thinks that we should do something for free genre as well. Piss take. Like
It ain't.
when man ring me and ask me for a verse, they have no intentions on paying me. They just want a verse, which
Mm,
is fine. If I ring someone and I want a verse, I know I've got to pay them, or we're gonna do a swap, whichever. Me and you, we're older,
yeah,
so it's different. You get me? So
yeah.
we would organize the business, but I feel like not just the rave. If there's a rave right now, like if I go to Grime Originals or I went on to a rave that D Power was doing, or I went to a rave where someone I knew was doing it, I would just walk in there sometimes and I'm not even looking for money really because it's my mate, so I'm just doing it. So, but
Of
that's
course,
between
same,
yeah,
same.
that's between me and them, innit? But if someone
Exactly,
else
exactly.
goes there and they're not me and that person's relationship, whichever the rave is, obviously I think they should get paid. Like I don't think people should be doing anything for free, and that is what we need to change. We need to change the fact that this
But the
was
thing is this, these youths are
gone.
waiting for somebody to give them money and nobody ain't gonna give them money. So that's what we have to show them how to get.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm
yeah,
trying to say to you? Because everything that came come from man putting on their own dance.
yeah,
Even the pirate radio station, man was taking subs to be able to put on a dance and make a bigger money. This is
yeah.
what I'm trying to say
Exactly,
to you. It
exactly.
always independent, but now these youth them are sitting there waiting. Yeah, so because they're sitting there waiting, they don't know how to make no bread. So as soon as anybody comes to them and say, "Yo, you know you can make peas over there," them lot should have told you from time. Man are just gonna run. This is what I'm trying to say to you.
And everyone does want to be themselves, like who they can become. Like one day,
Exactly.
One day Stormzy or whoever he was this person, and he did want to become that person. You get me? Everyone
Yeah.
wants to become the best person who they can be. So people are saying, "Bro, my man's the coldest," or "My man's sick," or "My
Trust
man."
me, I heard him saying he was working as an engineer in Southampton or some shit. My man was still writing the shit that was trying to be who he was though when he was doing that. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So it's true. Everyone's trying to be where they can be, innit? And it's like if they see a way they can get there, when they get there, they might realize that ain't for me. You know what I'm trying to say? They might realize that ain't for me, but yeah, you need to be able to at least give them a little bit of independent, like by giving them independence, it strengthens all of us. To tell you the truth, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Because more
That's true.
people are more people are throwing their dance. More people have got a channel. More people are flipping, open up a studio. More people are doing this. More people are doing that. If everybody's waiting for Wiley to bring them to studio, or
See, this
waiting
is
for a
wrong as
bit.
well, man. They should like I can't do everything for everyone, can I, man? I'm one human as well, like so. I get what you're saying. Like it can't just be everyone's waiting for Wiley. They need to. I feel like
The
the
only way
top.
they're not is if you show them how to not though.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah,
to,
yeah.
but you can't do it to everyone, as I say to you,
No,
because if
no,
you
you
just
can't.
speak to everybody, then then what happens is that the whole system changes and it don't help nobody. You have to just talk to people as you see them need the help. You know what I'm trying to say? And say, yo, listen, blah, 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 blah. Because ultimately, if you're the godfather of Grime, as long as Grime's doing all right, you're doing all right now. You must be able to bubble something as long as Grime's doing all right. If you're the you know what I'm saying? If you're the
Yeah, yeah,
godfather of Grime.
yeah, yeah.
So
If you would you do this? Yeah, if you got in position and you, for instance, say that you got patterned and you
yeah,
patterned up and you had the pattern and you knew the people, like you was in a situation where you're ready to sign one act, whether it's
yeah.
like a trio or a one MC or whatever. Yeah, would you say, this is an example, you're in position now, you're looking for someone to sign, would you
Yeah.
sign mob set, or would you sign, is this what you mean, like sign a mob set or sign a, is this the direction that we need to be heading in, like the
I'm
people who
saying,
actually
I'm saying, it's not necessarily. Yeah,
one,
it could be
yeah,
a mob set. It could be a mob set.
not
It
just,
could be
yeah, not
anybody.
just mob set, but yeah, but not just mob
I'm
set,
talking
but is
about
that the correct?
anybody who you can see. This person can go and take this thing to the next level. But I know
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't know. I just
yeah,
know
yeah,
they
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
But they have everything there to go to the next level if they know walk through that door there. You know what I'm on
yeah,
there. And if I tell them walk through that door there, then that's somebody who's carried the thing to our next place. Now we've got a whole generation of next youth them who's coming in. And I say, for example, I can only look at people like Dappy, for example. I grew up with Dappy. Me and him started off doing things together when we was young. My man, he's come back and managed to catch a different generation, different generation, different generation, different
I'm not chatting,
generation.
I'm not chatting though, I'm
You get
definitely
me?
not.
I see man recapture different generation, different generation, different generation, yeah. And he managed to do that as a one man, but most people can't do that. As I say to you, I can't be the person who's gonna make the new flipping 17-year-olds want to do grind. You get me? I can't bring no flipping 18 to flipping 22-year-olds in the dance, like females